We'll get your numbers actually now, Nathan Rooney, for our viewers on Sky One. Who are you with?
2, 3, 1 and 6. I went Morton on top. I think he's back at his home deck. He's got a near rails draw, and I think he'll have the early speed to utilise it and hold the fence. And then from there, I think he can return to the winners list.
Jay Adams is with Jay Sharp.
Certainly am. And Jace, most importantly, he's in Collingwood colours tonight, and Craig McRae's on track. Is that some sort of omen for you as a mad Collingwood supporter?
It is. I already got a photo with Craig, so how good.
Oh, how good are you?
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
All right, this boy here, he had a spell over Christmas, as we know. He's had 2 starts back, which come in Queensland. Yep. How's he going after those 2?
Really good. Yeah, he feels really good. So, yeah, just hope he puts his best foot forward tonight.
And in terms of an overall fitness level, this part of his career, if he was to get clear, where is he at the moment? What sort of time do you reckon he's set clear?
Probably in the 70s or 60s. Yep.
In the draw? Happy with that?
Yeah. Well, what can you do? You can't change it.
Good luck to the Sharp camp with Morton, their signature act for a period of time, boys. And if he gets clear, we know exactly how good he is. And although it's been a bit of time since we've last seen it, it would not surprise anyone.
You could change it. 20 seconds out from a start. $2.30 for Morton, out from $1.70. Best backed runner, Trillo Bale, $13 into 6. Nath, your numbers?
Yeah, 2, 3, 1 and 6. I've gone all the inside draws here. I think Morton gets a nice draw back on his home track. He's got a really good record here of winning 8 from 14 with 4 minors. Close to the fence. I think he's had them couple of 500s in Brisbane through the Gold Bullion Series. He's ready for tonight. I think he's out to a backable price now. Number 3, Fernando Phil in for second. He'll be the early speed, but he'll stay a couple off the fence and give them inside dogs plenty of room in the early stages. Trillo Bale in for third was a 5.95 metre Sandown winner off the red draw last week. She'll be strong at the back end and she'll utilise box 1. For fourth, number 6, Rihanna's Pride. He's got a little bit of early speed. 2, 3, 1 and 6 for the Australian Cup. Heat number 3, race number 4 at the Meadows.
For a greyhound that's won nearly $600,000, Morton is now $2.50 right out the door, but a very backable price. Here's James Vandermart.
The Cranbourne Cup. He's about to start his Oz Cup campaign. So $2.50 about Morton, last win during the middle part of October in a heat of the Cranbourne Cup at Sandown. Let's see if he can wind back the clock. Jumping from box number 2. The green light is set for heat number 3. Ready to go. And racing, and Morton just hesitated a shade. Out fast, Trillo Bale's going to lead Fernando Phil. Morton squeezing through. They're getting tight. Checking to the outside, Zipping Kai. So taking stock, it's Trillo Bale and Fernando Phil, joined by Paul Vince, who surges to the lead. Here comes Fred Rose with a looping run. Gets past Zipping Kai, Rihanna's Pride, and at the end of the field, Morton off the back. It's Fred Rose looming up 3 deep to Trillo Bale. Running on Rihanna's Pride. Trillo Bale lifting. Fred Rose driving, but Trillo Bale pulling out plenty, and Trillo Bale's going to win it by a half to Fred Rose in a stirring battle late. Third, Paul Vince just getting it over Rihanna's Pride, and then Morton, who had no luck with Fernando Phil extradited, Zipping Kai back at the end of the field, and it's 30 and 32 for Trillo Bale.
Mason Kaufman, how good was that? Had the red, she had to use it, and she's done that. The challenge was big against Morton, but she showed him up tonight.
Yeah, she actually came out really good. She's had 4 or 5 600s over a row. Just trying to bring her early speed back, and worked out tonight. She held the front at the corner. Yeah, we know how strong she is, so very happy.
Can she have an impact on an Australian Cup series, going to the semis next week and do some damage?
Box draw dependent, yes.
So much more confidence than what the punters would feel.
What was that?
The kennel's got much more confidence internally than what the punters do at the moment.
Yeah. No, nobody gave her a chance, so we know what she can do. Very happy.
And Vincent Bale later on in the Tem Lee. How's the feeling around him tonight?
Yeah, he's feeling good. Draw's a little bit sticky, but what can you do? So up to him now. Just put him in the box and see how he goes.
Good job, mate.
Thank you.
Mason Kaufman there, guys, representing the team there with Trillo Bale, making her way through to the semi-finals next week.
Sounded like a point to prove, and that point was, in fact, proven by Trillo Bale, backed into $6. One of the better goes at a price for the night so far, and has lobbed in what was a funny race. We can see from their head on that Morton just got tangled up early, wasn't away with them, beaten out by Fernando Phil. And then somehow, up the back, Fred Rose hit the front, Nath.
Yeah, we talked pre-race how Fred would love him. We said there'll be a bit of carnage up front and he'll just be smoking the pipe out the back, whip around him and then loom up as a winner as he does. But
Got there too soon, didn't he?
he got there he got too close too soon, yeah. And it's hard chasing down a dog like Utrillo Bale, who won over 600 in fast time at Sandown last Thursday night. So greyhound that utilises box 1. Fernando Phil, as we touched on and we looked at pre-race, would begin and move up the track and leave 1 and 2 unimpeded in the run. I think Utrillo Bale bet Morton out. That was a bit of a surprise for me, and that put Morton in a bit of a sticky situation. And then you've got to remember, last time Morton had an inside draw here in the Silver Bullet back in November, he hit the deck and he had a little bit of time off. So he might not just had that confidence to really nail up and drive up underneath, but Utrillo Bale in fine form was able to make the most of that inside running, and then from there with that 600 residual fitness next to her name wasn't for the taking or catching, so to speak. I think Fred Rose was an eye-catching run. He'll go in next week and he'll go around a big price, but as he does, he's always going to somewhat figure in the finish. So the time was the interesting one for me.
Yeah, 30.287. I was just about to touch on, obviously messy.
It was messy. Utrillo Bale got a pretty clean run. But most probably better suited to the 600s and needs an inside draw. Had all of them things in the favour tonight and made the most of it, made her way through to the semis, and that's what you've got to do. But a little bit disappointing. Morton, he wanted to come around him. He did close off quite well, but he just might need a bit of racing to get a bit more confidence back. You've got to think it's only 3 starts ago that he did fall here at the Meadows in the Silver Bullet. So he's come back from a couple of months layoff, and he just might take a little bit of racing to get that confidence and residual fitness back and get back to the Morton of old.
Yeah, Tully lobbed early after being well backed, and now with Trillo Bale, one of the better goes of the night. So punters doing a great job so far, Patch.
Yep, indeed, and not a form line where you'd sort of expect a heat win of the Australian Cup over 600 metres and going around at big prices at times. So she's come back with a good draw, and as Mason said, the confidence internally seems to be much bigger than what the traders and the punters make of her at this point in time.
Yeah, point to prove, didn't they?
Sounded exactly like that.
30.287. That time hasn't been amended. All right to pay on 1, 7, 5 and 6. That's race 4. We get closer and closer to the Zoom top first in race 8 and then the Tim